Welcome into my acrylic painting tutorial. I'm Erin, as always, on erinbunpaints. For those who are painting along, here's how it's going to work in case anyone's brand new. The idea is I'm going to teach you step by step how to recreate the painting right beside me here. This is an unnamed painting as usual. It's just a nice kind of willow, marshy, oasis type vibe. Very bright, very beautiful, a nice little escape in today's crazy world. If you have any name suggestions, as always, you can definitely put them in the chat. I love hearing the name suggestions, so I can use them when I upload this video to YouTube. For those wondering, it will be uploaded eventually. Once again, I'm a little behind on uploading, but things are coming, so don't you worry. Yeah, keep giving me those name suggestions and keep looking forward to all the tutorials being on YouTube. They will always be uploaded there so that they stay there forever for you to use and rewatch to your heart's content. But yeah, that's the whole idea. Is I'm actually going to switch screens here, and I'm going to paint along with you. So I actually have a blank canvas with me here, so that way you can see exactly what I'm doing, as well as look at the original here. So you can kind of follow along with me step by step if you wish. If maybe you've painted before and you just want to use this as inspiration or reference and kind of go on your own way, that's totally fine too. But I will go nice and slow step by step and kind of describe verbally what I'm doing and then answer some questions here and there. So if you have any questions throughout, just put them in the chat and I will get to them as I'm going back and forth between teaching and reading here. Yeah, and the beauty of this is we can kind of like zoom in and out if we need to and kind of move around. So if you need any help with anything in particular, let me know. But I think this is a pretty basic one in terms of like not too many small details. But again, that's the magic of Twitch. We can kind of do all these fancy things. So let me know if you ever need me to move this around a little bit. In terms of supplies, I always keep supplies the exact same. So again, for those new, I always use the same 5 paint colors. I use red, yellow, phthalo blue, black, and white. I use the same 3 paint brushes as always. We have a large flat brush, so this one here. I have a medium round brush, this one here, and I have a small round brush, this one here. And if I didn't say it before, these are all flexible. So if you have your own paint colors, if you have your own brush types that are different than mine, that's totally fine. I just kind of keep it simpler on my end, so if you want to get the exact same things, you can. I'm not wearing my apron! Help, help! It's actually right here. Other supplies, this is what reminded me. Other supplies include a cup of paint water. I'd recommend that. Thank you. If anyone's interested about my apron, you can click that link. Thank you, Terry, as always. I always recommend wearing an apron. That's why I'm freaking out that I'm not wearing one, so excuse me one second. That's not gonna work. I need to take off my headphones. An apron, or hopefully just something you don't mind getting paint on. Oh dear, it's my ponytail that's making this difficult. I'm gonna have to undo this knot. I don't know if I can. Struggle bus. Oh, I got it, I got it. Okay, we got it. Yikes. Yeah, and those are the basic materials. I think the one thing I forgot was a towel or paper towel. I'd recommend having one of those on hand so you can be wiping off your brush as you go. And then other places to find me. If you want to follow me on other social medias, I'm pretty much erinbunpaints on everything else. So if you want to check me out on Instagram, you can go to instagram.com/erinbunpaints. That's where I post all my tutorial designs. So if you want any, thank you very much, Grook. If you want any like close-ups of my tutorial designs, or you want to see other artistic things I'm up to, I'm posting other things now at this point on Instagram. You can check that out. Facebook is a good thing to check out if you want to keep up with kind of tutorial event dates. I always make event pages so you can RSVP to them and keep track of when things are happening. That link is there. Discord's a great spot. Twitter I hardly use. And then YouTube, of course, for the past tutorials. So that's all my little social links there if you're interested. And I think that's all. So we'll do our little toast as usual and then we'll actually begin. So let's begin. Back to this screen here. Fancy little changeover. Alright, so let's start at the very top of our painting. So I'm going to teach a couple steps and then I'll keep chatting with chat. So if you have any questions or anything else to chat about, I will catch up. Keep chatting away. But yeah, we're going to start at the top here. See the top background? I chose to do this kind of like blendy purple. So I go from a white to a nice light purple to a darker purple right down here. It almost looks pink over here, but I promise you it is purple. It may just be kind of more of a reddish purple, but more down here you can see it. But again, you can change it up as you like. I didn't say it before, I always encourage everybody to change things up if they want to. You don't need to follow exact steps. Change colors, that's a nice easy thing to change, or add things, change orientation, whatever you want. And please note I'm doing landscape orientation today. That's rare. So flip your canvas to landscape if you want to follow with me. So I'm going to start with just plain white. I'm preparing with other colors, but I'm going to start with plain white. And I'm starting with a large flat brush. So just any big brush that you have. You can dip in the water, grab a little bit of white, and you can just wipe that right along the top. I'm just doing kind of like one brush width worth. Pronounce the words. Brush width worth. So yeah, just like a, what is that, an inch-ish? I don't know. Just back and forth a little bit near the top there. Cool. Cheers with your milkshake. Oh, treat yourself. Oh my gosh, I want a milkshake. Thank yous. Poppy's such a beautiful color. Poppy, did you know I painted a whole painting of you in November? Oh my gosh. Poppy is a beautiful color though. All right, plain white. And I'm going to move on a little quick because we want to be blending these next few steps. So using wet paint with another color of wet paint so that we can softly blend them together. So as that white is applied and still wet, I'm just using the same brush on volcano plate here. And I'm mixing together a little bit of red and a little bit of blue with some white. So it's kind of like a nice, very pale purple. Again, it's almost showing kind of pink on there, but I promise it's purple. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, it's very purple. Maybe it's just my screen. I don't know. Maybe you guys see purple and I don't. But anyway, it is a light purple. So I'm making essentially like a lilac lavender color. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that right below the white. And I'm just applying it first and then I'll blend it. I like to kind of apply my colors first and then concentrate on blending. So just a little bit of this light purple. Again, kind of in like a 1-inch-ish strip, I guess, maybe a little bit more than that. Yeah, that was so long ago. It's gorgeous. I saw many people's versions. Yeah. On Sunday, I was shown an Animal Crossing version. And again, I'm pretty sure I saw that months ago too and then just forgot about it, but it was brought to my attention again. Somebody recreated that design in Animal Crossing, which is crazy. That blew my mind. All right, so when you have both colors on the canvas, in order to blend it, what you're going to do is just take the the clean paintbrush. It's plain, it's clean. Many words can be used. I'm just wiping back and forth in between the two colors, and that's what's going to blend them together because both of them are just a wee bit wet. And I'm just moving it back and forth. So my brush is picking up a little bit of the white, it's picking up a little bit of that lavender and just softening them up. So it's blending them together. If you ever have trouble with that, if, for example, something isn't blending, that might just mean a color is a little dry. So in this case, it might be the white that's a little bit dry just because it was applied first. You can always apply a little bit more of the dry color on your brush. So again, white, and that'll help kind of soften it up again. So try that if you're having any troubles with blending. If it's a little sticky or something's just not softening up, you can just grab a little extra white and use that to wipe in between. Internet acting up. Oh no, Poppy, you're fine, you're fine. Good afternoon, you're good, you're good. I thought it was funny. I worked it in just fine, I think. It wasn't interrupting at all, it all worked out. Okay, and again, I'm gonna just speed ahead a tiny bit here and then we can take a little bit of a pause, but I'm just grabbing a little more of a darker purple now, so I'm using, you can see the same spot, I'm just gonna move a little bit of red and a tiny bit of blue in there, make the purple a little bit darker. I don't even really end up with a dark purple, I would say it's more of a medium purple on the bottom, so we're never gonna get to like a super dark purple. So I'm just making it a tad darker, and I'm going to apply that at the bottom of our sky area. I would say it's only about 1/4 of the way down, so I'm not not bringing it too far down. We have a lot of space for like the river area and stuff. The sky is just very stuck to the top of the painting. So you can see I'm just going to start applying that darker purple about a quarter of the way down. And I'm going to raise it up to the medium purple and then blend those two together as well. So again, take your time. If you're still blending those first two, keep going. I'm just going a little quicker so that my paints don't dry. In fact, that almost looks dry already, but I can fix that. So yeah, same process. I'm just applying the purple and then I'll blend together with the previous purple, and that'll be our sky. So again, after this step, I'll take a tiny bit of a pause and we can just kind of make sure we're caught up here. And then Chuck is here. Welcome in, Chuck. My chat is doing that funny thing again. Let me see your comment. Hold on. If I pause this, go to work and come back and I follow along. Oh yeah, Chuck, yeah. You don't even have to like keep the window open. You could if you want. I mean, honestly, that'd be lovely if you did. It gives me a view. You can just keep it playing even. Thank you for the follow. What is that? 416. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for following. Yeah, Chuck, even you don't even need to pause it if you want to like even keep the video playing, or shut me down. Either one works. You can revisit this video right when you get back. You can even watch it if I'm still live, and then if I'm offline, you will be able to click the video afterwards as well. Oh, that was my mistake. So yes, you can do that. If you got to go to work, I understand. Have a good time at work. So yeah, you saw I just added a little bit too much blue there. In order to fix that, I just grabbed a little bit of white to kind of blend it out, and you can see it's just kind of blended right into the purple that's on there already. All right, so if that ever happens to you, you don't need to panic. You can just kind of add a little more paint to your brush and help kind of blend it in. Pixies, is that Pixie? Pixie Island, thank you for the follow. Hello, hello. Okay, now I'm just going to try and blend it into the color above just by, again, either grabbing a little bit of the previous color or using a clean brush. I'm grabbing a little of the previous color because mine is definitely dry, and that's helping it blend all together. So it's a nice soft blend all the way down. Cool. Just a nice little, yeah, nice little purpley lilac sky. Name suggestions from Lori. Misty Willow or Evening Under the Willows. Lovely. Will of the Willows. I like that. Shut me down. Sounds so true. Yeah, I know. Just shut me down. Why don't you? You know, someone's going to work. I don't know if they're closing their laptop or shutting down their computer. Just shut me down. Willow the Wisps. Yeah, Pixie Island, hello. Welcome in. Sorry if I was like a little shaky there with welcoming you in. I was in the middle of doing a step. I'm doing a step-by-step acrylic painting tutorial right now, so I'm kind of going back and forth between teaching some steps and chatting with chat. But yeah, official welcome in. Do you do any painting or art yourself? You did it, Alvin? Are you gonna redeem? Actually, wait, is it on right now? Because sometimes I shut down redemptions during tutorials so it's not distracting, but I usually keep that one on. Feel free to save it or redeem now, whatever you want. Has anyone redeemed this month? I can't remember if people have redeemed this month or not. I know last month we did. There's going to be at least 2 others in the raffle. I guess it's better earlier than never. Hokey, there you are. Welcome in. Yeah, you redeemed. Was it this month for you? It was last month for you though. You're in for this month's raffle. I need to triple check all this stuff. I've got it all written down. It's just not in my brain. Nice to see you, Hokey. Me. Wisps and glows. Oh, cute. Thank you. How are you doing? I'm doing good, thanks, Pixie. Yeah, do you do any painting at all? Wait for another stream? Sure, no worries, Alvin, yeah. And keep in mind too, like even when you redeem, there's still the raffle and then like there's a tiny bit of a queue still as well. So yeah, take your time brainstorming. Tackle. Go. Oh, sounds good, Brittany. Please post that. Yeah, it'd be lovely. Thank you. Just lurking. No worries, Hokey. No worries. It's still nice to see you. Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking a little earlier. I'm not sure if you're lurking when I said it. I said I still haven't seen all 4 of, you, Anna, gray and Gorokin chat at the same time. I've been waiting to do a little marbles round when that happens. Whoops, but I'm just gonna do it tomorrow. I know I think I said it last stream too, and then I just completely forgot, but I'm gonna officially do it just so you guys know who's won for the month. Like I said before, there's still a tiny bit of a queue. I think I have like 3 more paintings to go and then I'm caught up, so I'll be whipping through those and then I'll be getting to the 2 for April. But yes, that's a you! It's a me! Okay. So if you're done with the purple, everybody, you can start to prep your next color. The next color we're going to be using way more of because we're doing the teal. The teal is what's next. See all this teal down here? And we're doing kind of the opposite. We're doing like a darker teal to start, and then we're getting lighter and lighter, and then we'll eventually go with white at the bottom. So it's actually a complete mirrored of the top. And again, because it's our world, we're going to do what we want. I mean, you know, real life would say, oh, if there's purple in the sky, wouldn't it reflect purple? No, not in my painting. It's purple in the sky and teal down here. So that's what I want and that's what I did. So yeah, that's what we're doing. You can prep your plate by mixing or grabbing some phthalo blue. You'll want a little bit of yellow and some white. So I'm just going to pour out some of those colors here. I'm going to pour more blue. And again, we'll be using more of this color. So I would prep a little more than you did for the purple. Gonna try and catch at least. Sounds good. Yeah, I think I'll do it right at the start, Hokie. I'll go live at 11, and I think I even said in the schedule we'll probably start around 11:30 after chatting and tea. So I'll try and do the marbles like before 11:30, and then that way they're done. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'll let you know if you end up being chosen, and if not, you'll just be rolled over to next month. So all good. Yo, sorry. Oh, I was gonna say, CJ, whoa. It's like, I don't know what happened, but I don't think it was anything. Oh dear, Elvin, you're fine. If you saw that notification, it was accident. Oh, it's okay, CJ, you're fine. Okay, I've prepped my plate. I'll catch up on chat in a second. I was like, I can't believe Elvin would be banned. What happened? What I'm doing on my plate is mixing together phthalo blue. You saw I mixed in a little bit of white just to lighten it up a little bit. We still want like a darker teal, but not the darkest, so I put a little bit of white in there. And then a little bit of yellow. So again, to repeat, that's phthalo blue, white, and a tiny bit of yellow. The yellow is what's going to make it a little more teal. So you can see I'm just grabbing little amounts until I have the teal shade I like. And again, I would call it, yeah, just more of a medium teal. It's not the darkest teal in the world here. Somewhere in between. The cat stepped on my keyboard and I got banned. Alvin's like, I did it. How did I ban myself? Oh dear. Oh, all the technical issues today. And I'm starting just by putting that along the top. We don't need to blend this, of course, because we're going into the water now. It's the water against the sky. So you can just try your best to do a nice straight line all the way across. And then I'm going to bring the teal down just a little bit more. It's not going to stick right at the top here. We're going to bring it down just a wee bit more. Terry, thank you for resubscribing as well. We got a lot of resubscriptions going on. Is that a word, resubscriptions? Terry, thank you so, so much. 5-month streak. Oh my gosh. Man, the numbers are just mind-blowing. Thinking of how many months we've all been here at this point. Not just me, but like all of you too, because again, there's like something to say about how long I've been doing, but how long some of you have been here too with me. It's just wild. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. So there's my teal going on, and again, I'm bringing it down a little bit so that we can kind of use this color a little bit more here. All right, I'll go do a quick catch up on chat, and then we can keep going. Yes, I do what I want. Marbles, yeah, it'll be a quick marbles, but it'll be fun. Oh, Pixie, you do though. You just don't know you do. Pixie says, I wish I had skills to paint. You do. You just don't know them yet. Have you ever tried? That's the whole point of me doing these tutorials, Pixie. It's like a nice way to kind of try painting. I break it all down. You can see step by step, and people who have never painted before have started with my tutorials, and now they're like totally confident painters. I really encourage you to try it if you have an interest. I'll continue to encourage you though and say, I bet you have an interest. Oh, you guys are funny. Bop. Oh, you're fine, you're fine. Ham, welcome in. Nice to see you. Jen, hi, hello. Nice to see you as well. How are you feeling tonight, Jen? with your back? How are both of you? How is both of you? No, Alvin, you're fine. That's why I was like, because I didn't even see you type anything. It was like, ban. I was like, whoa, holy moly. Alvin, what'd you do? You're still here for a reason. Thank you, Croaky. Right? Like, yeah, you can type foliage if you're interested. 9 months, 5 months, 8 months. Oh my gosh. 8 months. Like, I was freaking out when I was streaming for 8, and it's like, now some of you have just been here for 8, and that means I've been streaming for 10 or close to 11. Yeah, I'm coming up to 11 months soon, I guess. That's the next one. All right, when you have this darker teal, we can, again, just lighten up by grabbing a little more white. It's the same idea as the purple, just opposite. We're now gonna lighten up our color, so a little bit of white in there. And I'm gonna start by applying, and then I'll blend. You can blend first if you want. I know people who do that. In fact, if your paint dries very quickly, you might wanna do that, so I might actually do that because mine is already drying. I've always said that I like putting the paint on first because it allows you to get kind of the clean color on, and then you can kind of spend the rest of the time concentrating on blending, but I see my paint is just drying super quick today. Excuse me, so I'm gonna blend first. You can see I'm kind of taking care of that, and then I'll continue adding that new kind of lighter teal. A far amount down. I would say we're adding it to about like 2/3 of the way down, and then the last third is going to be either a very soft teal or just plain white. You'll see. We'll kind of blend white and see where it goes. That's too dark. And this is why I suggested using lots of paint here, or mixing lots of paint, because sometimes color matching can be annoying. You can see that's what I'm going through right now. Can you guys hear that? That might not be a pleasant sound, never mind. Yeah, color matching can be a little bit annoying sometimes, so it's good to just make a large amount of your color, and then that way you can just keep pulling from it rather than trying to continue to mix more. But when you do this a lot, it becomes quicker and quicker that you can do that, so I'm trying my best. There it goes, all the way down. It's so important to do something every day that will make you happy. Oh, Bob. 5 months for Marion. Only 15. No! We can have it in here. We don't need to follow the rule of chances. Or we can just say there's still a chance. That 15% could still work. 2 months for Jody. Yeah, me too, Lori. A lot of the colors in here, I think that's, again, I really truly was like, when I was making this, it was like escape zone, you know? Where would I want to be right now? Somewhere with pretty colors, and it was like all the nice colors in my eyes. The nice purples, teals, I threw in some pinks, some very nice light yellows, so yeah, not surprised you're saying, I love the teal. Me too, me too. So yeah, again, I'm about 2/3 of the way down with this lighter teal color here. You can see it's taking up the majority of the water here. And then I'm just gonna, again, move right along here. Again, I'll take my time after I'm done this step to allow people to catch up, but I'm now just grabbing plain white on my brush. I did give it a quick wash. Oops. Apparently I dripped it. Got plastic down, so it's fine. It's a clean brush. I grabbed a little bit of white. A lot of bit of white. And again, I'm gonna blend it in first because my paint is drying very quick tonight. And that's what I mean. It might turn into more of like a light teal, even though you're using white because of the blending, so don't worry if it does. It's more so as long as you're getting a nice smooth transition, that's what you're looking for. But eventually I would say it turns pretty white. Maybe there's like a hint of teal in there. Again, this is all up to you. If you want it to have a little hint of teal, then add a little bit of teal in there. Make it streaky if you want, as long as it's kind of transitioning from that dark to light. Whoops, that would be the main goal. I dripped on my leg, that's great. I'm just dripping everywhere. But yeah, mainly white. See how there's like tiny bits of teal? That's totally fine. 21%, a little higher than Noodle chance. Somehow I think Noodle will win though. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier, Charlene asked how do I donate, and I put a little tip link there. I didn't get it organized before stream. I was going to, and then I decided I'll just do it for tomorrow. I'm gonna put up a new dono goal tomorrow. And I'll talk a little bit about it now, and I'll talk even more about it tomorrow, but I've had the last few days offline, and they've been very good, and I actually started doing a lot more research into how I want to kind of launch this art store thing that I've been trying to do and cook up for months now, and honestly I haven't worked a lot on because it's been put off and put off and put off for reasons. But I'm finally doing good work on it. Steve. Why are we Steve? One of the things I was trying to decide this whole time... Why did that alert not pop up? That's weird. What was that? Yay, says oh, Poppy, you're pumped. Sorry, I heard alert and I don't know what it was for. Did anyone see that? It's not popping up in my feed. Yay, store. Listen, the store's not ready, but I've made decisions, okay? This is big time that I've made decisions, because, like, I've been saying I'm gonna research this stuff for a while, and it's just been, like... For those who haven't caught on, I'm kind of a perfectionist. I have, something called... what is it? I can't even say it now. Like, perfectionistic procrastination, essentially. That's not the right term. Anyway, my therapist told me about it, now I can't remember. I learned this years ago and then I forgot about it and it's coming back into my life. Essentially, I put off things when I get too stressed about like making them 100% perfect. Oh, I was hosted! Oh, thank you, Zero, thank you. Yo, King Me, thanks for the host. I'm sorry, I don't know why my host alerts aren't working. I've recently switched to Stream Elements. So that might be why. But thank you, King Me. Thank you, Zero, for pointing that out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's not even popping up in my feed, which is very weird. But thanks, dude. I really appreciate you letting me know and welcome in. And again, King Me, thank you so, so much for that. Yeah, progress. Steve is the roommate. No, we love Steve. Steve is chat. Anyway, I pretend to put things off when I can't make them perfect. I get so stressed out about it that I'm just like, I'm not going to do it because I'm so worried about it not being the greatest 100%, 10 out of 10, beautiful, amazing, that I'm just like, I'm too stressed about it, I'm going to put it off. I've been trying to work on settling that down a bit, and I finally did some work on it this week. Deathcore, thank you for following. Welcome in. And King didn't raid, did he? Just a host there? I want to make sure. King, if you're in chat, like, feel free to, like, let us know what you're up to if you raid. Sorry, my alerts are kind of funky, apparently. Point is, I did research, I decided finally what I want to do with the art store. There was a big battle between if I want to use third-party sources or if I want to essentially, like, create a whole, you know, area in the studio space where I can, like, handle everything. Essentially, like, be able to print out art prints, print out stickers, labels, etc. Have full control, essentially, rather than using third-party sellers or maybe ordering in prints or having something like Society6 or Redbubble, like, ship out prints. I want to do all of it is what I decided. I want to be able to be there from start to finish, quality control, putting my own personal touches on things as I send them out. Like, I want to have it all right here. I think it'll allow me to do more. It'll allow me to put more in the shop, customize more elements, and again, like, put my own personal touches on things and make sure that they are all tip-top quality, because that's very important to me, as you just heard me say. So I'm going to put up a new dono goal tomorrow just to let everybody know. So honestly, if you're saving, if you were thinking of donating tonight, feel free to save it for tomorrow, and that way it can be, like, put towards the dono goal. I think that would be sick. It's going to be a bigger item. I'll let you know what it is tomorrow, but it's going to be directly art store related. It's going to be a big help if we can get that funded. So just to, like, get you a little bit excited about that, give you a heads up, that'll be announced tomorrow. And again, tomorrow is the Bob Ross Acrylic Paint Along stream, so I hope to see you there anyway, but that's just kind of an element that I will be adding for tomorrow for you to look forward to. Yeah, and I'm excited to talk about it more, so stick around for that tomorrow, 11 a.m. Cool, cool, cool. They're having tech. Oh no, power went out. Okay, was not. Gotcha. Okay, thanks for choosing me. So it sounds like they're not in chat if they're having tech issues. Okay, no worries. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, Zero, that's really sweet to let me know. Thank you very much. Welcome in everybody from King's channel. I'm sorry the stream went down. Hopefully they get it back up, but hopefully I can entertain you in the first little bit here while we're waiting. Craft, thank you for the follow. For those new here, yeah, I'm Erin. I do acrylic painting. I'm doing a painting tutorial right now. That's why you see me going back and forth. I'll be teaching the next step in a quick minute here. We have people painting along. We have people just hanging out and enjoying the show. So welcome in. I do this about every single Friday or at least once a week if it can't be on a Friday. So hello. Yeah, absolutely, Zero. Totally fine. Thank you for letting me know. Deve, welcome in. Nice to see you. Maybe, Elvin. Maybe. I will tell you more about it tomorrow. Yep. I'll tell you that in a minute, Charlene. Craft, welcome in. Hello. Yes, Poppy. Yeah. Merch is kind of something different too, but like it's all kind of wrapped in together. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, and again, Craft, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the chat as well. Okay, let's go on to the next step here. Quick little step. We're just going to, oh, actually, no, we're not. I was going to do the little ripples, but we want to actually put the rocks in first, so let's not do the ripples. We're going to do the grass next, then the rocks, then the ripples. Let's switch brushes. We're going to switch to the medium round brush. It can dip into your water. And we're going to mix a nice dark green color. See the nice dark green of the grass here? We're going to add this little patch here and this little patch here. So it makes it a little more like a river. We kind of have a big lake, ocean, whatever body of water. Fuzzy, thank you for resubscribing. My gosh. Thank you. 2 months. Bless your heart and soul. Welcome in, Fuzzy. It's nice to see you. Let's mix together a nice dark green, everybody. So we got blue and we got yellow. Mix. Let's see. I'll teach this step, then I'll catch up on your comments. Deve, I see you talking about shops. I want to talk shop with you. Okay, medium round brush, green paint. So I'm just going to add some patches of grass. So all I'm doing is I'm flicking upwards with the tip of my brush. So I'm going to start over here on the left and I'm just going to flick up. And you can see some little blades of grass coming to life here. Grabbing a little more paint, flick. Cool. And I'm just doing a small little patch, so I'm kind of like making these flicks a little smaller so it kind of comes to a little bit of a tip here. Charlene, to answer your quick question, I'm wearing a headset so that the audio only goes through my ears and not back into the microphone. I used to have audio from the stream coming through my speakers, and sometimes it would go through the microphone. So essentially some people would hear it twice because you would hear it on your end directly through my desktop, and then you would hear it again through my microphone. So I switched to headphones so that it's a clearer experience for audio. That's the answer to that question. And then everybody, I'm going to just do the same thing down here, a little bit of a larger patch because this is where our willow tree is going to go. So just make sure you have a larger patch for the willow tree. Flick. More green. So again, blue and yellow, flicking the tip of the brush to get some nice long blades of grass. Okay, so Deve, I feel you on the shop talk. Recently got my own printer and silhouettes, way more fun things, making self-outsourcing. Excellent. I'm really glad to hear because Deve, I've been like, again, lightly thinking about this for a long time, not really doing my research, kind of just like, again, getting overwhelmed with it and saying another time, but I finally did the research and I decided I think that was better for me as well. So I'm really glad to hear that it's working for you as well. If you have any tips, I'm so down to talk about it right now. If you want to throw things in chat, I will get to it as I teach, obviously. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying that choice there. Almost asked if we were painting the saw. Oh yeah, it's right there. All good. This is on my desktop here. It's a picture of my original that I created about a week or two ago live on stream. That's usually what I do, guys. I create these tutorial painting designs live on stream. So that way people can kind of give me advice and we all kind of create a concept together. It takes a lot longer because I'm just kind of playing around and creating the design itself. And then I teach it in about a 2-hour period when the tutorial comes up, usually a week or two later. So yeah, that's why it's down there. Looks fun. Oh, thank you. Yeah, again, I do it weekly. Again, usually on Fridays, but sometimes I've been switching. Actually, guys, next Friday, I once again have a private event. It's very exciting, you guys. Last month, I had a private event on a Friday, and the same group booked me pretty much once a month for the next like 3 or 4 months for private events. So this is great. So every now and then I'll be doing a tutorial on a Saturday or a Sunday or something like that. I still want to do it weekly, but just so you know, that's why you'll see some Fridays missing. But it'll just mean that a tutorial shifts. And I think that's great because I know a lot of people are saying, you know, Fridays are great, but they don't work for me and I always have to watch later. So I'm hoping the fact that we can put maybe one different night of the week or afternoon of the week into each month will really help some people out if they want to follow along live, because I think it's way more fun following along live. In fact, Mrs. Kingme was saying that. She was like, you know, because I know they stream on Friday nights, and they're like, she was like, I don't think I can really tune in. I was like, totally understandable. So maybe that means she and Mr. Kingme can follow along too. That'd be awesome. On like a Friday afternoon, that's when I would do it, so not conflicting with their stream. Let's see. Oh, Terry, sorry, that was the medium round. Sorry if I missed you there for a little bit. Medium round. Hokie, I actually think it was Stream Elements that has helped with the robot issue. I think we've had 1 or 2 robots since switching, but way less than before. The robot issue was something a little more hardware-ish. It wasn't the headphones. Thank you, Grok. It was medium round. Alvin, you need tips too? Yeah, we can all talk shop soon, eh? Yeah. I can, again, I'll tell you tomorrow everything that I've been researching in terms of printers. I think I've learned quite a lot in the videos and things I've been reading. Steve, I don't know if I have tips. It's all super new. Gotcha. Yes, I agree. That's the other thing, Dave. I've never sold anything before aside from one painting. Last year I sold one painting, and it's my fault. It's because I don't have a shop. I don't put things up for sale. This was someone who contacted me and insisted on buying something from me. So yeah, I have no clue inventory. Like, I don't know what prints people want. I have 60 different tutorial paintings. I don't know if we want prints for all of them or none of them, or if we just want personal artwork or different things. So that was stressing me out too, Dave. I was like, how much do I order? What do I order? What sizes do I order? So I like the idea of just having full control. I can put up more options and just print them as they come. So, But yes, Alvin, we should talk because I know you, yeah, you've been mentioning that for your bookmarks. Yeah, and we got fans here already. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it's a big deal because that's like consistent income for me. Honestly, it's, you know, these are paid private events. For those who don't know, I do this privately. So if you have like a birthday party or a corporate event you're looking to do, it's a great option right now with COVID to do it virtually. And I have it over Zoom so that way I can actually see people's paintings and help them step by step and everything. And again, it's a school group that hired me, yeah, once a month. I've done one with them. I have one next Friday and I have 3 more months in the books. Amazing. So if anyone's interested, there you go. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's like consistent, yeah, it's consistent income that I can look forward to. So it's a really big deal to me right now because I don't have a lot of that. Let's go on to one more step and then I'll keep catching up on comments. I'm going to keep using the medium round brush and I'm just going to add some little rocks. I want to add some little rocks, boop, 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 kind of just like on the sides here. There's my little mouse floating around. So I'm going to mix kind of like a super dark gray. So I'm going to put black on my plate. And I'm just going to mix a tiny bit of white in there just so it's a really like dark slate gray. Little white into a large portion of black. And for rock shapes, they're kind of just blobby little shapes. I like to keep them a little flatter on the bottom as if they're kind of sinking into the water, right? The water's kind of covering the bottom of them. And I just kind of take my brush and again, do a little bit of a blob on the top. I kind of wiggle my brush up, 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 and then down, down, down. And that leaves kind of 2 little tips on the edges, again, as if the water is kind of overlapping a little bit and starting to cover it up. So again, flat bottom, kind of arched top, I would say. You can do all different sizes, slightly different shapes here and there, make it kind of off center, make a big bump and then slowly come down, things like that. Just make it all a little bit different. I'll put a couple near the top left corner, kind of where that little grass patch is, and then I'll put a bunch down here as well. So if I have to go in and fix the colors, right, there's a lot of like photo editing to do for sure. Yeah, Alvin, I was doing a lot of like YouTube video watching along with reading today, and there's, again, always a lot on YouTube. I found a great channel who, they're a little bit of a smaller channel, but they're very good at breaking down specific equipment, why they liked it, what they do when they scan their works, you know, things like that. So happy to send that along. Maybe I'll post it in Discord under no context if you guys want to see. I forget the channel name. It was a cute little channel name, but I did save it. So anyway, maybe you'll find it helpful. They talked about what printer they had, what paper they use, packing supplies, everything, everything. Thanks, K9. I appreciate it. Finish. Yeah, and you still got more, right, Alvin? Honestly, I think it would be really cool. I'm sure you're excited to like put them up for sale if people are interested. Selma, thank you for following. Welcome in. But honestly, Alvin, I think it would be cool if you had like the whole series done and then it was just like one big blowout of a sale, you know? Totally up to you, but I know you've been working on it as like a collection. It's been like a, what, 100 day challenge. It would be so cool to see them like all together at the start. At the very least, take all the photos and like get them all together if you can. I think that would be dope. Yeah. Oh, really? That was one I was looking at. Yo, you made a good choice. That was highly recommended. Highly recommended. Not the one I think I want, but highly recommended. That's another alert that I don't see. Sorry, does anybody see that in the chat? I didn't see that alert. Is that another host? I'm so sorry. The host ones aren't working. If it is a host. What time established the news? Dude, already, Alvin? Yo! Oh my gosh. Congratulations, that is so quick. You must be rocking it. I'm so glad you're being valued at your new job, Alvin. That's amazing. Yeah, get comfy at the new office. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I didn't see it either, Kroki. I don't know what's up. And again, it's not in my little feed here. Maybe I can open this one. Maybe I'll open the Twitch one and see what happens. Guys, I'm just adding 1 or 2 more rocks for anybody following along. I think I'll add 1 more here. Kind of overlapping the grass to get a little bit of depth going. That's about good there. Yeah, that's not... Okay, weird. Alrighty. If anyone hosted, thank you. I'm sorry I don't see it. Color of the rocks, dark gray. Charlene, dark gray. Vonda, welcome in. Nice to see you. I see all your little cats ready to go there. OCD, nice to see you as well. That is such a cute little spider. That's yours? Rawr. Welcome in, OCD. That's the cutest little thing I've ever seen. Hello. Certainly give me more time to get these scans ready. Yeah, it's 100 days. Yeah, it's all good, Alvin. Yeah. Again, you do you. It's obviously your project, but I would just think it's cool to see them all together. If you got all 100 together somehow before you sold them off, that would be like super, super neat. They're dark gray, Charlene, so lots of black with a little bit of white. Salma, hi, can I still watch the vid? Yes, you can, Salma. You can actually even restart it right now if you have your paints out and you're like a little bit late. If you click my username, erinbunpaints, just below the video screen there, it'll open up a bunch of tabs. You want to click the videos tab, and then you can actually click this video as it's still live, but you can kind of start from the start, or you can wait till I'm done and then come back anytime on Twitch to view it. But I do also post them on YouTube. See that little link? Actually, that was good timing right there at the bottom. If you go to YouTube, I will eventually upload this to YouTube if you prefer using that. It's a little bit easier. You can subscribe to the channel and then you'll be notified when I upload. But yes, answer is yes for sure. Okay, so to the rocks, everybody. I've got kind of my very dark gray rocks. They look like big kind of dark blobs. I just want to add a little bit of a highlight to them. So I'm just going to grab a little white on my brush, mix it into my gray. So it's a nice, very, very light gray. And I'm just going to do a quick little swipe kind of like along the top. So it's just kind of, again, a very blobby, messy little swipe, and I just kind of overlap the dark gray. And I'm essentially adding a nice light gray highlight just by going right along the top, just following the shape very loosely. You can be very detailed with this if you like, but I just keep it a little messier. Again, light gray with the tip of my medium round brush. This is the same brush I've been using. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. Heard that one. No, I didn't see that one though. What is going on? These alerts are wild. Huh. See that one. Oh, Vonda, thank you. It's a food order. I see that. Thank you so much. And I actually just got the text. Someone sent you a treat. Thank you, Vonda. Yeah, heard but didn't see. I see that. Exactly. I see that. She ordered some pizza for me. Thank you, Vonda. I appreciate it. I'll keep an eye on my phone. I'll keep it right over here. Thank you so much. I've got some dinner tonight. Bless you. Thanks. Controversial pizza I saw. Yeah, pizza time. Controversial, I think I saw. Thank you so much. Woot woot. Noot noot. Boop boop. Soup soup. All right, so those are little highlights on the rocks, everybody. I'll give one or two more minutes there just in case anyone's catching up. It's so cute. Bloop bloop. So welcome. You didn't have a cat. I know I still don't. Did you see I added more though? Just for you. I know you were like, oh, KR Cat told me, KR Cat said to add more, and I actually went on and added a few more just because. So thank you. But no catnip still. Oh, Alvin, you're so cute. Yeah, again, we're going to be in the same journey very soon, Alvin, so we should absolutely keep chatting about it. Again, I'll be talking more about it next stream if you're around tomorrow. You can hear my thoughts on all the things that I researched. But yeah, that Canon one was very specifically recommended in many different threads that I saw. Flower. There's no... Thank you, Charlene. I'm good, though. There's no flower treat stream, unfortunately. Only food. Boop, boop, noot, noot. Boop, boop, soup, soup, bloop, bloop. Oh, it's just gonna keep being added to, isn't it? It's gonna get longer and longer. Oh, dear. Okay, so let's add the last element before we get to the tree, everybody, and then we can really just focus on the tree here. So we have the ripples. So again, I almost added those before, but then I realized we need the rocks because we want to do ripples around the rocks. See, we have some kind of round ones here. So I have a very light, oh, excuse me, that was rude. Very light teal, very light teal. And I go back, it's so embarrassing, back and forth with light teal. I can't get over it. And then we do some little round shapes around the rocks. Wow, I'm so rattled. I'm so rattled. I'm gonna keep the medium round brush. No poop poop, yeah. And I'm going to mix white into my teal so it turns into a nice super, super light teal. Very, very light because I want it to show up on most of the teal. And it'll even show up on the white, or it should show up because it'll be a light teal on top of the white, right? So it kind of shows up everywhere in a way. It'll be lighter on top of these colors and a little bit darker on these. And I just want to wipe off my brush so that I have more of a straight edge and or a tip because I want very thin lines for the ripples. And I'm just going to very, very lightly kind of graze this across and create some nice little ripple-y lines just to make it look a little more like water. If you want, you can use a little water on your brush. That'll help kind of spread the paint a little bit easier. Without water, the paint might kind of run out and dry up very quickly, but if you have a little bit of water in it, it should prolong it so that you can get like longer, straighter lines out of it. It also helps thin the paint because that'll help with, yeah, thinning out the paint and therefore getting a nice thin line. So a couple of reasons you want to use a little bit of water in there. And of course, you can use whatever brush you want. I am using the medium round brush here. In the past, I have used the large flat brush. That's been a good brush to use for very thin lines like this. So if you have a different brush that you know you like using, I would just go for that. But I'm using the medium round for now. Oopsie. So you can see it comes off a lot brighter in certain areas just because it's on darker areas. And as you get further down, it's going to be more and more subtle. But I'm still going to add them anyway. You can see it kind of goes opposite here. You might see a darker teal on top of the white, so it kind of applies everywhere. You can just keep adding wherever you want in the water. We'll see where that takes us. I think that's going to be paragraphs long eventually. And then I was talking about adding some on the rocks here. You can do a little bit at the bottom. I would just be careful because of course we just added some of those grays, so you want to be careful that you're not touching and dragging, but adding a little ripple on the bottom really helps make it look like the rock is in the water rather than resting on top, so I recommend that. And then you could even add a couple of these like little curvy ripples, so kind of like zipping out and back in. It's not like the rock is moving, but maybe the water's kind of like hitting against the rock and kind of bouncing a little bit, so you get these, yeah, nice curvy strokes there. Do a little down here. So yeah, I was just talking about how, yeah, next week we won't have a Friday too, but it'll be on either the Saturday or Sunday. I'll figure it out. Probably the Saturday. It was nice having it on Saturday last time. But I haven't made... Oh, wait. Right, it's the bunny next week. Excuse me. I was gonna say, I haven't made a design. I'm thinking 2 weeks ahead now. I got so far ahead on the 2 paintings, guys, that I'm all like, no way. Like, I need to make a design for next week, but actually I don't. I need to do that probably next week, so I'll be asking for ideas and stuff probably sometime next week. I might make it offline too. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, Bunny is already booked for Saturday, so I shouldn't even say maybe Saturday. It's actually on Saturday. I think I did 2 p.m. just like last time. It is on Facebook if anyone needs to double check and confirm. The Facebook event is up. Okay, I think I'm good with the amount of ripples I have, and even here, like, this is going to be mostly covered up by our tree, so I'm not too concerned there. Vroom vroom. Yo, is it that close, Todd? Oh my gosh. Yeah, wait a sec. Holy moly, these things are just going crazy. Newt Newt! How is that available? I thought I turned those off, but thank you, Anonymous, I appreciate you. Oh, well... Huh, that's weird. Anyway, that's fine. We'll keep it on for today. Usually they're turned off. Oh no! I need to change that. I made a tire appointment that day. I will probably change the tire appointment because I don't want to miss bullet journal stream. Crap. I know there are options. I can definitely change my tire appointment. Thank you, Todd, for reminding me. Where's my little notepad? Tires don't matter. Bullet journal's way more important. I'm not driving anywhere anyway. We're on lockdown. We'll keep my winter tires all summer. I don't care. And I'll write down the host alert thing. Honestly though, Wookie, like, I can't suffer my bullet journal for tires. Tires, hosting alert. Okay, cool. Sick. I don't need no summer tires. Again, I'm not driving anywhere. Our province is on lockdown. Can't drive anywhere anymore. I'll be stopped by the police. I don't want to drive anywhere. Alright, that'll be fixed. Thank you again, Todd. I know you didn't even mean to remind me, but you did. Thank you. Honestly though, Poppy, because like if I don't have bullet journal, I also don't have life, if that makes sense, you know? Inspections? Uh-oh. Thanks, Poppy. It surely is. Iron Man the Power, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Nobody, yeah, honestly, it's Ollie. It's like I wasn't even fazed by the fact that it's end of April. Like sometimes end of April to some is like a little late because usually springtime for us in Ontario is right around now. Like it hasn't snowed for a couple weeks. We had hail the other day, oddly enough, but not enough to like need snow tires. But I'm not even phased. I was like, April 30th, easy. I could go into May at this point. It's not a big deal. I don't think I'll drive any more than I would. Yeah, with the tires on or off, so it doesn't matter. I meant to troll you to say it's next week, but it's not. Oh, thank God. That would have been awful. I would have still fit it though, Todd, because the private event is at night. Not necessarily, Charlene. They're just allowing policemen to do that. If I don't know why they would think you're traveling. So, like, how would they suspect it? But they gave policemen the authority to essentially stop you for no reason other than to ask you where you're from and why you're going somewhere. Nessa, yo, what's up? Never oh man, Elvin. Again, like if this was the year, this is the one to just do it because no one was really driving. I still switched though because I made a few trips home. Hope you're well, Nessa. Welcome in. Charlene, I think that's only like if you're gathering. I don't think they would have any need to stop you if you're just walking around, but they made some new rules about gatherings outside, so I'm sure they would start to ask questions about who you're gathering with, if it's people within your household or not. This was all announced today. Yeah, I don't know. It depends where Elvin lived. I know state-wise. I don't want to reveal if you're not comfy, but Depending on in city and outside of city too, I find makes a big difference. It is? It's to snow here next week. No way. Well, maybe it's good that I'm pushing it, you guys. All good. Oh, no way, Poppy. The final countdown. How long has it been? A month? Please the ability to stop. Yes. Correct. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Lori. Getting from work. Good. Good. Yeah, it's usually around this time of night, huh? They are. I'm just over the border from here. I got snows too. Yeah, I find Elvin even here though, sometimes people who live in city, they find they don't need it because it's just like always cleared up. It's never really an issue versus if you're going outside of city, it can be an issue. No, she's far from Florida. Tuesday wild. Okay, well maybe, yeah, maybe it's good that I'm pushing my tire appointment. Wow, yeah, that's a wild, Poppy. I can understand. I'm sure you are. Okay, I'm just deciding what's next here. Okay, yeah, I think the tree is next, everybody. All right, so we've got about an hour left to focus on the tree and the little fireflies. That's great timing. Okay, if I do say so myself, I'm pretty good at timing this now. Okay, we're gonna keep using the medium round brush, or again, whatever brush you're comfortable with for trees. And I'm going to mix now a dark purple. So remember before we were mixing all these lighter purples and I was like, we don't need the darkest purple quite yet. It's because we're saving it for the tree. We have a nice dark kind of royal purple. So I'm just going to go to my plate here with my medium round brush and I'm mixing red and blue together. No white required because we want this to be nice and dark. Oh, Poppy, do you think you'll shoot a video? I know which ones you're talking about. They make me cry so easily. Humans coming home? Nah. Dog seeing human coming home? Cry. Absolutely. Yep. Honestly, there's like compilations on YouTube. I'm like, it's time. It's time to cry. I'll watch a 10-minute super cut of one of these. Okay, so my tree is going on the right-hand side, just anywhere in this patch of grass. I would say more so in the middle. I'm going to start with a nice big trunk. So I'm just doing like a thin-ish line. It doesn't need to be super thin. You can see I'm pressing down pretty hard with my brush because we do end up having a big thick trunk, so you don't need to be super thin with this part. Just doing a nice straight up and down line. And I will continue to thicken it up just by adding to the edges and just adding more paint. Getting some nice clean edges on either side. And I'm going to do some roots on the bottom just as I'm doing this. I'm kind of just flaring, you know, a couple thinner lines out. Oh, my camera! I'm exhausted. What color? It's purple, Sharon, so red and blue. Red and blue. Nice dark purple. You got a minute because I'm changing the battery. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. Do it. There we go. Cool. Red and blue, Sharon. Yep, purple. No worries. It is not disappointing. That's good. That's good, Elvin. Yeah, it depends on your car too, 4-wheel drive and stuff. I know I really like my snow tires. They really comfort me, so I definitely get them every season. Yeah, even though I wasn't driving a whole lot, I still made a couple like out of town trips, so it was worth it for me. So again, I was just in the middle of saying here, I'm just kind of curving out a couple roots with the tip of my brush. Yo!
I appreciate you.
No way. Anon, are you kidding? $62? Anon. Thank you so much. I'll tell you right now, Anon, I'm gonna reduce my dono goal tomorrow by $62.68 because that's going directly to unknown art store item that I will reveal tomorrow. Thank you so much. Holy crap. I appreciate you. I think it's safe to say thank you so much. Oh my god. That's a hefty amount that, again, I guarantee, I hope you agree, that it's a good idea to put that towards art store related equipment. Thank you so much. And if you're here and if you're tuning in tomorrow, you can hear more about that tomorrow. Thank you again. That's a very large amount. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, 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 wow. Got me all riled up. Again, I appreciate you though. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I even said you guys, I was like, save for tomorrow. We can put it towards the goal. I'll just reduce it by 62. Wow. Okay, just adding more roots. This happens during toots. It's always very tough because I want to say more about it, but I'm like, keep teaching, keep teaching. What's that, Groki? Thank you. Thank you for 10. It was you, Vonda. Thank you so much, Vonda. Yeah, if that was you, I don't know if that was you, Anonymous, but if that was you, thank you very much, Vonda. Yes, it came through as Anonymous, but I'll trust that was you. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I did get it. It popped up on screen for everybody to see, and it said, I appreciate you. Thank you, Vonda. You've already got me pizza today. You're doing a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you didn't hear me saying it there, it's going to art store equipment. Directly related to my art career and streaming, so thank you very much. That'll be a huge help towards what I'm looking to purchase. That was Kara. Oh, of course it was. Of course it was. He hit the wrong button. He was just trying to order some catnip and he gave it to me. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I need to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Poppy, that's what I go to when a good, yep, good cry, exactly. I answered Sharon's question there. Good, good. Even in movies and shows, I get far more emotionally attached to you. Yes, Poppy, I can relate. I can relate. Got distracted. Squirrel! I gotcha. Aspen Moore, welcome in and thank you. Sorry if I was slow on your comment there. Wow, love it. You say thank you very much and welcome in. Thanks for the hype, everybody. Big hype. Silent Larox looks a little crooked. You think so? Welcome in. It's not a hippo, though. Yeah, Asmin, hi! Yeah, thank you for your patience there. I was just in the middle of teaching and then there's that tip and all that cool stuff happening, so welcome in officially. And then everybody, I'm just going to add some branches to the tree. If you've got this nice trunk, oh, I should say, you can see I was kind of wiggling on the sides. I'll point that out. Just with like willow trees, I guess I kind of thought they were a little more wiggly on the sides rather than straight up and down. So if you have a shaky hand or can't make a straight line, this tree is for you. You can just kind of shake your way up and down and make a nice little wiggly trunk. So that was just something I wanted to point out there. Yeah, and then whenever you're ready, you can do some branches. I'm actually going to switch brushes. This is a total preference thing for me, everybody, but I really like the large flat brush. Wow, why is this happening? I still don't see the alert for that one. Again, if somebody hosted, thank you. If somebody followed, thank you. I need to figure that out. Lots of alerts aren't working, but thank you whoever did something there. I still appreciate you. Becky, I did not put any black in my purple. No, this is just straight blue and red. Maybe it's showing up maybe a little bit darker on my camera, but I promise you it's just red and blue. If you want to put a little black, you can, but I find just those two colors makes a very dark color. Mizzy, welcome in. If it was a host, thank you very much. I'm realizing my host alerts are not working, so welcome in. Sorry, I was just in the middle of saying I'm switching to the large flat brush. It's a total preference thing, but I like the large flat for thinner lines, and we're about to do some thin branches, so that's why I switched. But if you want to keep using the medium round or a tiny brush, that is all okay as well. The way I like to use it is just by using the thin edge of the brush. I'm going to carry up the trunk, and then I'm going to slowly move to the left whenever I'm ready for a branch, or move to the right, either one. And I just kind of make sure the branches are very, you know, kind of quickly swinging over. They still kind of part away from the tree. They don't go straight out. They still kind of curve out. But a lot of these branches are going straight out by the end of it. They're very much overhanging the water. So just make sure you kind of curve them quickly. You can see I'm going over it so I can thicken up the start and then keep the edge a little bit thinner. I'll do another one over here. So going up the trunk, slowly curving over. Then making it go out to the right. Stankies, stankies, stankies. Got my snow. Fonda, I really appreciate sharing. From the Tooth Fairy. Oh no! I hope he's feeling okay. Money from the Tooth. That's a very generous Tooth Fairy. I got loonies or toonies from my Tooth Fairy. Thank you again, Vonda. And KR Cat, of course. Mm-hmm. Do you think cats think our breath is stinky like we think their breath is stinky? That's a good point. Or dogs, yeah, all of them have the heightened nose, the heightened smelling. Who knows? If only they could talk, huh? All the questions we would ask them. I definitely think it's important, everybody, for those following along, to do at least a couple bigger branches like this, like really big ones, because then that way you can get lots of overhang. So I'm really making sure I have at least one of these big boy branches coming all the way out. Again, it kind of curved out, but now it's going straight out. Maybe it has a little bumps along the way, but it's mostly going straight out to the left. And you can see I'm going back to thicken up a little bit, especially the big branches. You can keep them a little thicker on the way out and then just keep it a little thin right at the end. Maybe I'll add a third up there. I'll start to split this one a little bit. We'll do a couple smaller branches coming out. So once you have a couple big branches kind of placed on the tree, you can start to just split those into 2 or 3 as well. So kind of more, again, V shapes. Maybe a branch kind of comes up and out. Maybe another one kind of swings over here. And I'm just using a light touch, so I'm just trying to very lightly touch the brush to the canvas and kind of drag it along. I would maybe even wet your brush a little bit, just like I was saying for the grass there. Wetting it will help, or I guess it was the ripples rather. Wetting it will help kind of extend the paint as you brush so that it doesn't run out, so you can do like smoother strokes and just kind of concentrate on going all the way across with your branches. Mm-hmm. 15. Yes, I remember you saying that, Vonda. Yeah, so that's, I'm very happy that worked out then. Absolutely, young cat, terrible breath. To be, of course they do, yeah. Stinkier the breath, the more they like to be in your face. Absolutely. So again, all I'm doing is I'm splitting up these branches just a little bit further, V-shapes everywhere. Another branch or two here and there. We don't need to overload it, but again, as long as we have, again, the main idea is having at least one big long branch to really get a lot of overhang. I even extended it a little bit more. The longer it goes, the more we can kind of cover up this space with all the little foliage kind of hanging down. So that's kind of an important part there that you can concentrate on. I think that's about it for the branches though. For mine, I'll give you guys some time because I know I usually put this on a little bit quick, or these on a little bit quick. I've done many trees in my time, so I tend to go a little faster. So I'll just leave that there. It's nice and open. You can kind of view like the number of branches. Again, I would say I have this big one here, maybe 4 other ones kind of hanging off, and then just splits in a few of them there. But otherwise we'll be really filling it up mostly with all the foliage, so you don't need to worry about filling it up too much. So I'll give a couple minutes so you guys can keep catching up on the branches. We have a little bit of highlighting to do, and then we're just adding that foliage on top. I don't know what else to say other than foliage. If anyone has a better word, feel free to let me know. Wow, Grook, I haven't heard of many that reach over 20. Sniffing what you just ate, Alvin, that's cute. Yeah, it can be. I think they just all naturally have stinky breath, though. I mean, puppies have smelly breath. It's like from the start, you know? Oh, sounds good, Groki. Yeah, late night, late night. Have a good one. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow for some Bob Ross paint along. Have a good sleep, though. Just naturally stinky. Yeah, Allie. Again, I'm thinking of like puppies who just like are born with it. It's like just from the get-go, you know? Keeping my eye on my alerts just for the treat. Oh, it hasn't been that long. It's probably fine. Night night. Sure, the youngest came from a hoarder house. Her teeth are in rough shape. Oh no. Let's go. Right. Okay. Yeah, as long as they're getting checked out, I think that's a good good call there. Okay, that's looking good in chat. Again, I'm just looking at these new little social links, making sure they line up all nicely. In my chat it does not. Over here it does. I'll trust over here. That's fine. It's all pretty and glittery now. Let's give at least a minute or two more on the tree in case you're still adding. Try making my tree curvy and it wound up looking like a thick ramen noodle. That's the cutest way to say it though. So I wound up making a really thick tree because I had to go over it. Oh, no worries. Macrob. Oh, a thick ramen noodle though is like the cutest way to say it. Look at my ramen noodle tree. Yeah, if you went over it, I assume you meant with some teal and stuff. You made it really thick because you went over it. Yeah, if you didn't do that, you can always let it dry and then use some teal just to chop it up. Like if it's very thick in here or in here, use your teals. After the purple is dry, you can actually cover it right up, even though it's a lighter color. It'll pretty much cover up the darker color as long as it's nice and dry. So maybe keep that in mind and then using like the purples up here if you need to. But honestly, maybe even after adding some of the foliage coming down, you might end up covering a lot of the thickness. So yeah, if you're still looking to kind of fix it up, you might want to, I guess, like keep in mind that it might actually be fixed up a little bit later with the other steps too. Trees and rocks, trees and rocks. So not my best friends, the rocks too, Charlene. I didn't know that. I know you've mentioned trees before. That here for sure, very true. Yeah, honestly, you can see like I left mine, I guess, a little bit open in here, but theoretically, like, branches could be coming towards us as well, and therefore there'd be some foliage here as well. So yeah, maybe even consider waiting for that, and then if you still think it looks super thick, you can just kind of thin out the spots where it's a little more obvious. Yeah, rocks, I didn't know that, Charlene. Hopefully you think your trees are improving, though. With each and every one, even if just a little bit better. Yeah, of course. No worries, Macrob. And again, I'm using the word foliage, and I'm sure there's a better word, but it's fine. Like vines, I don't think they're really vines on willow trees. They're just kind of like strings of leaves. I don't know. I don't know. Kind of mossy. We need a willow tree expert in here. This is always a struggle whenever I'm painting something in particular, and I'm like the jellyfish, right? I was all like, the jiggly bits. I don't know. Sounded right? Okay. Excellent. I shouldn't have said anything. Yeah, the jellyfish was a time. Tendrils, yeah, that's right, Mizzy. It's already left my brain. I was like, let's paint the squiggly bits now. Yeah. Nightmares of a trees of oxen? No! I hope they're getting better, though. You knew? Okay, good, Allie. Jelly words you also. Oh, I'm so glad. I know you said you did the jellyfish recently. That's why I mentioned it. Oh, there were so many different words. And I think we ended up learning what the top is the bell or something like that, and I was just like, the round part. I don't know. I always make up my own little words for all of them. It ends up working for me. I just worry what other people think. Oxalot, yeah. I know. Yeah, it's funny too, because I learn these things the day of, Jody. I'm like, great, like I've really learned something today, and then that just leaves my brain. Next time I look at it, I'm just like, I don't know again. Help. If I did the jellies again, I wouldn't have said tendrils, like Mizzy had to remind me there, absolutely. No, no, no. Alright, do we think that's enough time here? I think that probably is. Let's, we have one more thing to do in the tree, by the way, so even if you're still working on the tree, we have one more little detail, and then we can do the foliage. Alright, so we're just gonna add some small little highlights. I'll point out here we have these kind of lighter purple squiggly bits here. Again, squiggly bits, look at me go. Yeah, highlighted areas. So yeah, just using light purple, any brush of your choosing to make some thinner lines. I'm gonna go back to the medium round brush personally. And I'm using some white, and I'm gonna mix into my purple. If you have any leftover purple, you can just mix a little white in there. It'll turn more of a medium purple. And all I'm doing, I just chose kind of the left-hand side-ish. There's no real light source in the painting, so you can choose whatever side you like, but I'm choosing the left-hand side, and I'm just kind of wiggling my brush either down to, or yeah, up to down or down to up. Just doing a quick little few wiggles either on the left-hand side or closer to the middle. It just kind of helps, again, highlight the tree a little bit, adds a little bit extra to it. You can add some little wiggles coming down to the roots here. You can maybe add a little bit going up some branches. I'm not even really sticking to top or bottom of the branches. I'm just kind of filling in a little as I go. I'm not going to worry about the teeny tiny branches, of course. Again, this is just a very subtle, like, small little detail to add to make it a little more shapely, a little more highlighted. And it kind of maybe travels up the branch a little bit. I'll leave these right-hand branches alone, just the left-hand ones I'm looking at. There we go. And I would say my purple's pretty subtle on top of that color. You can make it even lighter if you wanted to make it a little more bright on top of the dark purple, so I would just add more white if that's the case, but I'm liking it a little more subtle, so I'm going to keep it right there. Move my mouse, that's bothersome. Yeah, and that's really all for that step, so I'll just give it another minute or two, and then we can add the foliage. I'll keep using that word. Oh, did you, Vonda? Maybe I missed it. Oh, wait, it wasn't one of mine, it was something else. What was that? I think I did see it. Unless it was recent. I saw one from like a week or two ago. Is that what you're referencing, Vonda? My mom once called lychee fruits at a Chinese restaurant jellyfish testicles because she couldn't remember tentacles. Oh dear! Whoops. Different thing. Oh, you just did it. Okay, okay. What was the one you posted like a week ago? I was very impressed with that one. Love the colors. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, definitely this painting has been like most of my favorite bright, bright colors for sure. Yeah, I thought you did something like 1 or 2 Fridays ago, a week or 2 ago. Either way, Vonda. I'll check it out later if you just posted. Oh, I got a little information about my treat, so that's going to come very soon. Yeah, what was the subject matter? Dragons in a pot. Cute. Yeah, I can't picture what was posted. I'll have to recheck. There's been a lot of postings recently. I do look at all of them, but sometimes they leave my brain. So just as a heads up, the next step will be using the medium round brush. Again, kind of up to you, obviously, but I like the medium round brush for all of this next step here. All right, I bet that's gonna come very soon. Okay, let's zoom in just a wee bit. I know this is pretty big already, but you can really see, again, the foliage here. So for this part here, we use 4 different colors. Again, it's totally up to you. You can keep things just green if you want. That's kind of more traditional to willow trees. I just liked the idea of adding all of my favorite colors, so I added some pinks as well, just as like cute little kind of highlights of pink on top of all the greens. So I use 4 different colors in total. I use a dark green to start, and then I started adding some very light green. You can see the very limey green on top. And then to kind of top it all off, I did some hot pink and light pink as well. And you can see those are a little more sporadic, just as cute little like color, color highlights on top of the green. Little pops on top of the green. So I'm going to start with the greens. I'll start with dark green and then light green. Again, I'll be using the medium round for all of that, so I'd keep that brush here, and we're mixing a nice dark green to start. So pretty much what we did for the grass, we're just doing blue and yellow. Blue and yellow, a nice dark green. And we'll be using, you can see, a larger portion of that. So if you want to mix a lot of it, that's cool. That way you can kind of pull from that as you need it. Or you can even just keep mixing new greens because it's not as important to color match for this step. If anything, it's a little more fun to have lots of different shades going on. So if you need to remix green, you get something a little different. That's no big deal. No big deal at all. I would recommend, though, if you were mixing a lot of paint, sometimes I like to wash out my brush again before grabbing the paint again, because mixing kind of causes your bristles to really get mixed up a little bit. It makes like the brush really big and fat, and you want this nice tip on it if you're using a medium round. So I would probably wash it out, and then that way you can grab just a little bit of paint on the tip, and that way you'll get some nice thin strokes coming off. So I would say this shape is quite easy in my opinion. They're just a bunch of upside down V shapes. So instead of a V pointing down, they are all pointing up. And you're just putting them all in a row, one after another, hanging down. So I'm going to start anywhere I want. Maybe I'll start on this branch here. And I'm just going left, right, 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 left. If you want to sing it, that's fine. If you just want to do it, that's fine too. Or go choo, choo. Whatever floats your boat. And yeah, they don't need to be like the thinnest strokes ever. You can see they kind of like combine in the end. It's not like you can see all the individual V shapes. But yeah, you can still see them a little bit. That's my lobby door, so I'm just gonna mute for a quick second. Vonda, that's your pizza. Thank you again. It's Nads! Oh my god, it's a little bun. Oh my god, it's a Nads! If there's a mod available, do you mind shouting out Nads real quick? Thank you. Amazing digital artist, fellow Canadian, Toronto native, Drake lover and supporter. Welcome, Nads. How have you been recently? My sweet, beautiful angel. I've been okay. It's been kind of a rough week for me, honestly, but you know, we all surviving and stuff. I got you covered. I got you. Shout, Nad, you're fine, CJ. Thank you, though. Nad. There she is, if anyone wants to check her out. Again, very fun streams. High energy. Lovely lady. Yeah, man, I don't know. Did you see the announcements today, Nads? Like, they're pretty rough. Our Ontario updates, dude. You're fine, CJ. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just continuing, everybody. It's the exact same steps. I'm just going all over the tree with it. So don't worry, I'm not doing anything different here. I'm just doing my left, right, upside down V shapes all in a row with my medium round. Again, if you're finding the medium round isn't working, try switching brushes. Sometimes I do find it flares out a little bit too much. So maybe try a smaller, oh, this is very tilty. If you see it tilting, just try and like even it out by thickening up an edge. So I'm thickening up the left-hand side to kind of even it out a bit. And then going up here, thickening the right-hand side, it kind of straightens it out. You can move things around like that. It's still savable. It's all fine. And you'll find with the more you add, the better it looks. So try not to concentrate too hard on the first few. They're always going to look a little like, you know, funny because they're the first ones there. They'll be the center of attention. So just keep adding. It'll look better and better. I got nervous because you said we were muting. Oh, you're fine, Ellie. Thank you. Honestly, even if it stays unmuted, there's no like personal info being said there. They usually just say, hi, it's Skip the Dishes. And I say, I'll buzz you in, thank you. And there's like no info leaked. But yes, it's a new concept. The fact that the music can keep playing. It's really lovely, actually. It's not like total mute. But I appreciate your worry, Ellie. Bruh, Ontario's wrecked. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, you've been having some issues, CJ. You're fine, don't worry. Yeah, man, I don't know. I started off the stream by talking about it a little bit, Nads, and I was like, listen, it's a bummer, but apparently it's needed because we can't get our act together. It's very disappointing, but man, it bums me out. Like, I literally got emotional about it earlier. Like, I can't talk about it too much because it's really wrecking my life right now. Honestly. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad you're with me. We're wrecked. We're just not doing so hot here. Again, I totally understand it though. It just, some of the decisions do boggle my mind though, like why certain things are done and other things aren't. It's just like, okay, Doug, God bless you too, I guess. I don't know. Folks. Oh man, if I hear that man say folks one more time. And to God bless us, I don't know, man. It's just a lot, you know? Kohaku, welcome in. Hey. How are you today, Kohaku? Don't know why my PC hates when I at people. Oh, weird. Yeah, because I saw it like bolded Nads and I was like, is there a second Nads in here who's like shortened? I don't know. So like it kind of did work, but it's weird. You're fine. Oh, thanks, CJ. Yeah, man, Kenai, it's fine. It's, again, we'll get through it all. It's just really hitting me lately. Really screwing stuff up. Girl, I feel for real. Do you ever actually need events? Super cool premiere. He's so super cool. He's the best. Such a tomato man. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I was ranting with IRLs as I was watching it. I've been, apologies to IRLs. I feel like I've just been spamming them with sad links lately. I already told them that, but it's true. I mean, they announced that campgrounds are shut down, and I was like, but why? Why though? We can't camp distance on Crown Land. Like that was the one thing that I was like semi looking forward to this summer. I was like, maybe I could rent a campsite and maybe I can go camping. Maybe I can escape to Algonquin Park for like a week and just peace out from life. No, we shut down. I don't know why. Why? I understand maybe it like promotes parties and stuff, but my friend made a great point. Hey, if you shut down parks and remove the outdoor like aspect that way, people are just gonna gather indoors. I don't. Magda told me about it earlier. Hours will be coming very soon. They've opened most of everything. Mizzy, yeah, it's yeah, it was quite a hit to us because we're already on lockdown. We're already on a stay-at-home order, and then the man's like, "Here's more though." Again, the camping one killed me. I was complaining. I'm complaining a lot lately, apparently. Oh, by the way, everybody, you can just start these anywhere up here because technically there are branches up here, right? So if you see me starting like in open air, it's because I'm assuming there's a branch way up here. So just keep that in mind too. Yeah, I guess I'm complaining a lot lately, but I was complaining the other day. I've lost my track of mind. What did they do that I was complaining about? I don't know anymore. There's too much to complain about, I guess. I don't know. Camping. Oh, it was camping related, right? We were talking about the fact that it's a new trend that bots are eating up campsites, like bots that usually eat up concert tickets, you know? Scammers that like, you know, create bots and they just buy like 20 concert tickets at a time and then they resell them for super high prices immediately after. Apparently that exists for campsites now. How fun. So you can't even get a campsite anymore because bots eat them all up and then resell them at double the price on Kijiji. And like, screw them, I guess, because now the campsites are closed. So nobody has a chance. Anywho, welcome to Rant Hour. I'm gonna stop now. We're escaping, right? This is our oasis. This is our oasis. So we're gonna stay here. Yeah, Nads, I don't know if you're seriousing the fact that campsites are shut down or the bot thing, but both are sad news. Like, I learned about the bots the other week, and then it's like, oh, okay, screw that, I guess. We don't even need to be worried about that, because they're just not even operating. Again, I don't get it. They're saying, like, outside is best, and they've limited gatherings outside. Fair, I understand you don't want parties outside. But to say, hey, don't, like, rent out a camping spot and go on your own or with your household or maybe one other friend, I don't get it. My mental health be declining. I think I need some outside time. I think I really need to go camping for a wee bit. Yeah. It's very sad development. Again, people are greedy these days. It's, I really think the pandemic has brought out some of the worst in people that way. Like, who would have thought that someone would think to do bots for campsites? That's wild, isn't it? Sorry, one other thing tutorial-wise, everybody, I know I'm switching topics here so drastically. At the ends of these little pieces of foliage, I do maybe do like one stroke down or like smaller V-shapes just to thin them out a little bit. Just want to note that. Yeah, it's wild. I'm gonna check that my pizza's here actually. 1 second. Ugh. Bless you, Vonda. The pizza arrived and it looks amazing. I will eat it after stream. Thank you again. My grandson in 3rd grade was sent homeschool because student loan fest. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of that. Today specifically. Excuse me, I guess I've been offline for a couple days. I think a lot has happened in a couple days to everybody. Moondog, hi. I was ready for winter and for summer. Corona went ham. Yep, sure did. I don't know. I saw projections. Again, I don't want to talk about it. I'm literally gonna cry again. Projections killed me. They killed me. I'm good, tired. That's my fault for staying up all night playing oh, fun! Were you playing the new map, Kohaku? That new map is something else. I was overwhelmed. I played the new map with friends about a week ago. After like 5 games, I still feel like I didn't have a grasp on the new map, and I was just like, yo, this is way too much. I also I have a big gripe with the animations now. The animation of the Among Us character climbing up the ladder with his big hands. I hate it. I hate it so much. Why did they add that? Just make the dude float up the ladder. Why do you have to have these big hands go up the... It's very weird. I don't like it. Anyway, that's my hot take. These even Canadian National Park campsites being bought out. Yeah, I believe so, Todd. I'm not sure exactly, but I just heard campsites in general. I think, yeah, Crown land meaning, yeah, Ontario parks. I don't know about Canada, all of Canada, but I know it was for Ontario parks specifically. Could be all of Canada, though. I'm really not sure. I assume if it's happening one province, it's happening everywhere. Yeah. I've got it. We can decorate a room, our living space outside, put some nature sounds. Yeah, can we just have like an outside stream, but we're not even outside apparently because that's like not allowed? I would love to do an actual outside stream, guys. I don't know what kind of equipment is needed, but I think it's a lot of equipment. Doing some sort of an outside painting session would be so banging. I would love to do that. I'll maybe look into that more because that would be really neat. Especially with the good weather coming up, to be able to like go solo to the park and do some little art with all of you would be a lot of fun. Virtually. They can't arrest me for that, right? Hi, I've got like 50 people here, but they're all on my little phone, so it's fine. I'll sneak over here and go to the end. Yeah, dude, sure. I mean, if I could, but I can't do that either. We're not allowed to drive over. We have to fly, and then we have to come back and quarantine in a hotel for thousands of dollars, because that really helps the situation. I can't talk about it. The bot thing. But dude, I'm seriously thinking of offsite Yeah, man, like, I have friends who have, like, just property. We've done that before. We just use property and camp on there, but obviously we've even got to be understandably careful about that too. I don't want to, be with too many people, even if we're distancing on that property, you know? I think that's totally fair too. I'm not griping about that, but it's just sad. It's just sad, you know? But I would just go solo at this point. I just need to do something, man. I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, let's say anything. Oblivion? Is it Oblivion? Oblivion? Welcome in. Hi. I'm so sorry if I'm putting a blib in there or a Oblivion. Such a cute name either way. Welcome in. That's good, Jody. Yeah, painting is still a big savior for me. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, so just so everybody knows, I think I'm good with the dark green. I'm gonna move on to light green. So you can do that whenever you're ready. Yo, brother! Thank you! Brother. Thank you very much for resubscribing. My whole fam is painting and is here, by the way. Thank you so much. Do you mind if I talk about your channel, dude? I'd like to talk about what you're doing. Thanks for resubbing though, I really appreciate it. I'm just gonna do it, why the heck not? He's been doing some speedrunning if anyone's interested. Sorry, I don't know if you're still doing that, but if you click on Hecko's channel name, he was doing Mario speedrunning. He was playing some old school Nintendo games recently. He was playing Banjo-Kazooie if anyone's interested. It's been a fun time. Whoopsie. Sorry. Don't think you can reserve campsites in the US. Oh, really? Okay. I think we have everything online these days. I'm not sure, Todd. Again, I'm maybe not specifics, but yeah. Anyway, they've been able to take advantage, they do. Bit of a new map, bit of the old one, mostly playing. Oh, okay. What's the Town of Salem mod? Question mark? Whoa, I've only ever played our own like made up games within it. Like we do the one where everyone's super quick and like running around, kind of like hide and seek, the lights are down. And then we've played Crew Link, where they do, what is it, proximity mode. That's been fun. So again, light green. Sorry if I didn't, I'm going back and forth. I'm sorry, I apologize guys. I realize I'm all over the place today. I'm doing the light green. That was adding more yellow to the green, and I also added a little more white. The white really helps with opacity. I know I'm very distracted today, I apologize. Right. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. It is Nads, yeah. Why the heck was not? I don't know. I should have asked him first, but I just like talking about what he's doing, so I went for it. I think it's pretty cool. Why the heck is not? I mean, we have everything online. Reservation has to go through government domain. So what's the point, Todd, that you think the government domain is able to counteract the bots, you mean? I'm not sure. Either way, it's been like, it was a widespread problem I was worried about, I was reading about rather, and worried about. Again, no, back to tutorial, no rhyme or reason of where I'm placing these guys. I'm just filling in gaps. You can see I even overlapped here and there. It's definitely a good idea to do that just for depth. Don't worry about overlapping here and there. Oh, I hope that's okay. I'll let you know he doesn't usually chat during his streams, but they're still entertaining in my opinion. Especially the speedrunning. I love Super Mario 64 speedruns. I mean, if they have a reservation for Jim Bob, Jimbo can't really list it on Kijiji because Bilbo Baggins buys it on Kijiji shows. Oh, I see what you're saying. Interesting. You know what? That's a good point, Todd, because I have reserved campsites and it really was like that. Like, cause like pre-COVID, I did it for a group and it was very important that like they say the name on the reservation or like prove somehow, or like I had to prove it was through me. You're right. Yeah, that's a good point. There must be a way around it though, because it's a very new trend and apparently it was working. So I don't know. But yeah, there was something about, because I think that's the same for concert tickets, is it not? But somehow they work through that. I think they were trying to implement that for concerts too, saying like the buyer has to be the one like entering with the ticket. Provincial's different? Okay, okay. Everyone gets different roles, makes the game a lot of fun. Example, Jester has to try. Oh, okay. I see. Roles like Glitch, Morph, can change. Oh, this is like a game of, werewolf or something, huh? Oh, okay. Swapper can swap votes. That sounds so complicated, but so fun if it's able to be organized, Kohaku. I'm gonna look that up. This is the thing, this is what's gonna keep that game alive, honestly, because I know a lot of people found it quite repetitive after a while and understandably got bored after playing it for so long. But it's creative things like that that are that keep the game coming back. Again, when I found out about the I'm gonna call it hide and seek mode. I feel like people call it like DVD mode and stuff, but whatever. When I found out about that, I had a ton of fun to totally revive the game for me. The lights out fast mode, essentially. Hipster, welcome in. Peak Crest work because of YouTube. Whoopsie, you help. I can't help with that, I'm sorry, because I do the same thing all the time. Welcome in, though. Are you almost done? It's getting late on a Friday. I know you're a little behind me time-wise, but you should be finishing up, huh? Yeah, talk about Among Us, Nads. Yeah. Kohaku said there was, what did you call it, Salem version or something? Salem edition? Not sure. A mod? State parks are extra different in the US because they aren't consistent. I see. Okay. Cruise line disasters, yo. Are you getting into cruise line murders, though? That's a whole hot topic. Just a note that I'm experiencing, everybody. The purple is still a tad wet. It seems like my paint likes to stay wet for longer when I don't need it to. So just be careful about that. If you're adding these little foliage bits on top, you might find a little bit of the purple blending a teeny bit, but nothing that, yeah, can't be fixed. If you find that happening, it's best to just kind of leave it and then go back a little later and cover it up with fresh paint once it's dry. If you keep fiddling with it now, the purple's going to keep getting it muddy. Yeah, like where? There we go. It's Willow tree, so whimsical. Oh, thanks, Allie. You wait until the pink is added. Honestly, I love the greenery, but I think the pink just pumps it up. I almost want to say pumps it up a notch. That's not correct. What does Emerald say? Kicks it up a notch? Bam. Anyway, it'll kick it up a notch and or pump it up. Anyway, Kahaku, yeah, werewolf. We were speaking about camping. I love playing werewolf while camping. It's like one of my favorites around the campfire at night. Yo, do it, Nads. I haven't played in a hot minute. I was saying I just played like last week for the first time in months, honestly, with a group of people because they were excited to try out the new map. I would totally play with you though. I missed that game. Me too. See, here's the thing, Nads. I feel like a lot of people played it hardcore, and I was all like, I don't want to ruin it for myself, so I'm gonna lay back a little bit on it and like say yes and no at times to it. But then when I started like wanting to play more, everyone was like, I'm sick of it. And I was like, oh, I was like, dang it. Because you need people to play with, right? And I was like, I saved myself, but now no one wants to play it. Oh. But yeah, I haven't like organized or played in a hot minute, but if you're down, let me know and we can maybe like do it in the Discord. I'm sure people would pop in to play. It would be lots of fun. Come for the day, work on this project. Gotcha, okay. Cruise line murders, I'll be back. Yeah. Cruise line murders are a thing, and yeah, it's a hot topic on TV. Who is it? No, it's not Dr. Drew. It's not the doctors. Who's the one? Dr. Oz. I'll talk about Dr. Oz in a second, but I'll go back to teaching for a quick second. Just going to add some pink foliage bits, words, I don't know. If you want to add some hot pink like I am, I would wash off your brush, and you want to mix together red with a little bit of white, and that'll keep it nice and hot pink. So red, little bit of white, so I'm doing the dark pink first. And I'm just doing the exact same thing. So the only difference is I'm going to add less of these. I find these to be just a little extra on top of all the green. So dark pink first. Yes, Dr. Oz, who is a doctor and usually is talking about medical things, apparently talks about cruise line murders as well. He has certain days of the week where he like dives into really weird topics like that, despite being Dr. Oz. I mean, go off, I guess, but I thought you had a doctor show. Yeah, and he talks about cruise line murders. They're very serious, hipster. It's because it's like people just disappear on cruise boats. It's very hard to kind of track where people are going on a cruise boat, right? And then all of a sudden, like, they realize somebody's missing like a day or two later, and it's like, what happened here? There's no cameras on the balconies, people get thrown off, people get murdered, people, who knows, right? Very, yeah. Hardboring YouTube videos all of a sudden really hard to, I know. Yeah, anything on YouTube, anything is. It's on, yes, literally with every game. Dude! Yeah, I thought I was really playing the big brain game there. I was like, I'm not gonna spoil it for myself. And it's like, I played myself. I said no to my friends when they were playing, and now they don't want to play anymore. You played yourself. US has like 4 different kinds of camping bots, which don't. Oh, really? Oh, okay, interesting. And again, like, you bring up the point about the name that it's under. I don't know. Maybe there's something they do to cancel and then transfer? I'm not sure. It's like plane tickets, right? You can't be selling off plane tickets that's under your name. I don't know. It's a good question, but I just know that they were doing that. Too large, Charlene? Try a little less paint. You can also try a different paintbrush. Now that you know that, and you can kind of like cover up with new ones if you want. Try a little pink one on top of the green. That'll make it a little thinner. It'll kind of push it more in the background. Dr. Oz, celebrity poop doctor, who happens to promote supplement. Yeah, I think that sounds like the one. His show is just very confusing content-wise now. I don't really understand what he does anymore. Australia streamer. Oh, fun! Showing a stream, a bit on how to install. Okay, yeah. I mean, I installed the crew link thing for, I had the word earlier. Proximity mode, yay! And it was way easier than I thought, so I'm sure I can figure it out. Say come join us, but he starts streaming at midnight. Oh, no worries. Yeah, probably. I appreciate the invite, though. Yeah, it'd be quite late for me, especially if it's tonight. I need my sleep. Find those murderers. Go off, Mr. Ross. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he solves anything though, Nads. He just kind of talks about it. It's just like, I don't know. I thought you were talking about how candles are gonna kill me a second ago because I'm breathing in too many toxins, and now you're talking about cruise boat murders. I don't know. Like True Crime Tuesday type stuff. Not sure. I had a handful of marbles, but then in pocket took them several times daily, and eventually, even if you are careful and have perfect consequences. Right. I guess that's true. That's an interesting way to put it, hipster. Yeah, I don't know. But I always find them to be scandalous. Like it's always like a husband-wife combo and the wife goes missing or the husband goes missing. They're like, I don't know. And you're like, oh. Not to put the blame, but there are stats out there it's like more commonly the spouse. I don't know, I left him in the casino and then he disappeared. Oh my gosh, that's a long time, Kohaku. Yeah, take a break here and there. Alright, I'm going to switch to light pink. I've done enough dark pink in my opinion, so I'm just going to grab more white paint and I'm putting that into my pink and adding white into my pink and adding light pink foliage. Thank you. Dr. Phil isn't even licensed. I heard that. I heard he lost his license recently and just didn't renew it. And he didn't like lose it because of malpractice. It was just like it expired, I think. But yeah, he's all about the ranch and stuff. I don't know, man. He's kind of scary. Actually so wild that he's like randomly deeply pink. I know. Well, I don't know if it's that nuts or like it's just the network being like, here's what we get viewers for at this point. Can you just host a show about this? And he'll be like, yeah. But he's still in like his little lab coat and stuff, and you're just like, I don't understand. Like, are we gonna do an autopsy here? No. No. He just brings in people from the scene and they're like, yeah, I don't know, he went missing. He's like, okay, interesting. Wow, cruise boats, huh? Like, I didn't learn much. Dr. Phil did Kickstarter Bad Baby. Yeah, oh yeah. But now she's coming out and saying some bad things about the ranch, so I mean, Kickstart / traumatize, who's to say? Kickstart even. Kickstar. Headlines are dominated by this lady that went missing on Alaskan cruise. Uh-oh. Yikes. I think there's a lot. Here's the other thing, hipster. I think it's very scandalous because obviously cruise lines don't want this info coming out, right? Like, you don't want people worried that they're going to be thrown overboard and or murdered. So I think there's a huge issue about the fact that they cover it up so hard. Like, you don't really hear about it because there's a lot of, yeah, it's not really in the media a whole lot. Yeah, I know. That's just you, like, just branch out at that point, you know? Just, like, title it something else? I don't know. Again, Dr. Oz. Hi, I'm a doctor. Can we solve this crime? But not really. Again, not really solving it, just kind of like talking about it. Again, not too bad, right? At least it's bringing the stuff to light, like I just said. This stuff is very much hidden in the media. Again, it's just weird with the. It would be like if Dr. Phil started doing that, and like I don't know, he kind of has as well. Kind of shifted a little bit in his content, as Todd just brought up. He now boosts the careers of controversial media stars, you know? But yeah, Todd, if you're not aware, there's some drama with Bad Baby specifically talking about a facility that he sent her to and how it was horribly abusive. So maybe you're interested in that. While it may have kickstarted her career, it sounds like it caused her a lot of emotional trauma, which is not good. There's been quite a few stories about places like that coming out recently. I mentioned I watched the Paris Hill doc, and there's a little bit of a piece about that in there, about these places that you send bad kids to and it ends up being horribly abusive. It's kind of written off as, well, we have to be hard on the kids because they're bad kids, and it's like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Also heard that they have morgues on cruise ships for those that die on board. They put dead bodies. Yeah, because that could happen. That can happen, Macrob. It's a very real thing. Even, yeah, just natural causes. They need to do something, which is pretty wild to think about, but it's kind of true. There's a whole, like, medical area and everything, yeah. Yeah, I keep linking cruises because they're cheaper than you'd imagine. One or two fun is worth possibly one or two all die. Not even the chance of dying. I just wouldn't be looking due to COVID right now. I don't know. Maybe you're looking for future, but I think the last thing I'd want is to be contained on a boat with many people right now. But yeah, I don't know stats of like how many people have died on a boat, on a cruise ship. It might not even be that many, it's just the fact that they are hidden, and they're always, it seems like there are just like a lot of mysteries behind them, which is very sad. Like nothing is ever really solved. I'm sure there are cases where it is solved, but I think there might be like a responsibility issue there, that it seems like they're just covered up and swept away rather than actually investigated, question mark. Oh yeah, no macro special features, I gotcha. Oh, which one, Nats? I watched the first season of that show and I couldn't deal. Wait, maybe the second season? It's when they revealed, what I would say, like, the first real killer was in that show. The first, like, who is he type person, and I was just so over it. They switched a few times about who it was, and I was like, I can't do it. Logic is all gone. Nads, I saw a TikTok the other day about here's what's going on Riverdale recently, and I lost my mind. I was like, I'm so glad I'm not watching it anymore. I want to save, but I can't spoil in case anyone watches it. Here's so-and-so, and they're actually so-and-so's secret brother, but they're also dating, but so-and-so is doing this, and so-and-so is actually involved with the threesome, and blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, what? What did I just hear? With Dumb Dumbs, I think the Titanic still has the highest score for cruise ship deaths. Probs. Okay, I think my willow tree is pretty much filled up, everybody. Maybe yours still needs a little bit. You can keep adding as much as you want, but I see we're getting close to 10, so I just want to make sure I get the last step out roughly in about 2 hours. So that's about now. So if you are all done with the foliage like I am, we just have one little step left. We're just adding some little firefly type elements on the bottom there just to glitter this up and just to add a little yellow. I thought this painting was just missing one more color, and that's a nice bright yellow. So I'm going to switch to a nice teeny tiny brush. I'm going to mix together white and yellow so it's a nice bright yellow. I've talked before about how my yellow is very transparent, but adding white to it really helps with transparency, so white-yellow mix. And to do fireflies, what I like to do is I like to put on a nice big blob of yellow. So just a nice little circle. I'm going to do a bunch of those wherever I want. I don't need to do all of them at the same time, but I'll just do a few. I'm evenly spacing them, but I don't want to do that. I want them sporadic. Just naturally trying to evenly space them. I think as humans, we always want to put things in line or patterned, and instead I want to actually not do that, so. There we go, put one way over there. Once I have a few blobs, what I do is I wash off my brush, dry it off as well, and then I just kind of swirl the brush a little bit into the blob so it catches a little bit of paint, and then lightly swirl it out. So I'll show you a little closer up here. I'm going to use my brush with no extra paint on it. I'm going to swirl just around the outside of the blob so it picks up a little bit of the paint, and then I swirl around. And that way it creates a little bit of a transparent kind of glow. I'm just doing that to each and every one. If your brush grabs a little too much paint, just keep swirling very lightly and it'll eventually kind of soften up. And you can always go back and re-add the little dot in the middle if you want to brighten it up even more. But I find this is easy. This is like kind of dry brushing. We were asking about dry brushing earlier. This is a little bit of dry brushing here, kind of taking a tiny bit of paint, lightly swirling it around, and it creates a very soft glow. I'm just re-adding a few middles. Again, I think I picked up a little too much paint here and there. I want some nice bright middles, so I'm just re-adding that yellow-white mixture. So it creates a nice little dot. So I'm just going to do a couple more as I catch up on chat here. Remember they had one cruise that had everyone got COVID. Yeah, they had a cruise, but that was near the start, and it was like they wouldn't let the people off, and I was like, what the hell? You know, honestly, like, you find out that, like, some people are infected, they're like, nobody leave, we need to contain this. You're like, excuse me? I'd like to leave. Maybe I don't have COVID and I'd like to get off this ship, and they're like, nah, stay here. You know all that shared air that's being pumped through the boat? Yeah, that's fine. What? Dude, that whole show's a blur. Yeah, I stopped. I stopped like a season or two, and I don't know what season it's on anymore, but exactly, it was kind of a blur. Again, that TikTok killed me though. I was like, I don't regret stopping now. Oh man. It was hilarious, CJ. Yeah, CJ knows. Yeah, I just went for it. My old roommate in Australia was so into it. Gives me updates like 3 months. It's like different show. Yeah, that's kind of what I grasped when I saw that TikTok. I was like, what is this show anymore? Like, I didn't know. I knew one character in the TikTok. It was Betty. And I don't even know any of the other characters they were going through. And all of their relationships and why things were happening. And it was such a quick little recap. And I was just like, yo, what does this even all mean anymore? Is this really based off Archie anymore? I don't understand. Oh yeah, and then they incorporated, what was that drug called? Jingle Jangle or something? That killed me when I was like, Jingle Jangle though? What? Thanks, Fonda. Here's number 2. Ah, I see. When everyone got COVID, they thought ventilate. Everyone's like, yeah, what? I don't understand. I don't get it. Alright, just adding a couple more of my little firefly friends. Here we go. Yeah, I think this last little touch really brightens it up. Again, adds a little yellow to it, which is great. That's what it was missing, a nice yellow glow. Oop, I missed you, I'm sorry. Here we go. Cute. Okay. I'm dead. I wish I could show you though. I'm not on TikTok Nads, I'm just sent this content. Otherwise I would show you, but like I never saved the videos. I just watch them and go like, okay. But it was so good. We artists are a different breed of people. We're a happy bunch. Jingle jangle, yes. It's like, how old are these children? I understand this kind of stuff happens at every age, but like, it was so wild. Yes, that's it, Nads. I'm like, I have my sources that give me the good TikToks. They spend hours on the platform and give me 1 or 2 that they think are golden nuggets, and I appreciate them with all my heart. But I cannot get on that platform. As artists, Nads, I'm told all the time how good it is for artists like you and me to get on there, doing like the quick little I almost said speed run painting. That's not correct. You know, where they do the quick speed painting, 20 seconds of 2 hours of painting. Yeah, things like that. Apparently that hits on that, but like hits. A lot of art TikToks are very, very popular right now, and I'm just like, I can't justify it. I'm sorry. I'm also not a Zoomer. I don't know. I can't do it. Yeah, again, I appreciate them with all my heart. I just cannot do it. I will spend my whole day on there, and I'll be sucked up. It does hit. Yeah, see, it's known. See, maybe one day. I think maybe when I have some time, maybe I'll display things like my big art collection and stuff like that, because I think that kind of stuff would do well, showing all my paintings off a little bit and talking about how much I do here. I think a lot of people would like to see the mass amounts that I have. People have asked me for like a studio tour. I still don't feel comfy with what I have here. It's still not beautiful in my opinion. I want to make it real nice to do a tour, but that kind of thing apparently does well. So I got plans. I got hoop dreams. I just haven't been on there yet. Yeah, I know, Todd, you said that because you had a banging TikTok idea. I didn't want to say it because someone's gonna take it, dude. I think that would hit. Requires more effort than I'm willing to put in a hobby. Yeah. What is Clapper, Mizzy? Tell me about Clapper. Post up to 3. Oh, is this like a new TikTok? Yeah, everyone is like process videos, things like that. I keep calling it speedrun paintings. That's not the right term. Stop swearing at me. Yeah. Let me live my life. That's the other thing, Nads. Like, I've never used anything like that in terms of like editing down quick videos and doing all the captions and all that. Like, I feel like I know what I need to do, and I'd struggle so hard doing it that I'd probably throw my phone across the room. Yeah, stop yelling. Alright, chat, if I get a hype job, I'll post a studio in the... Oh, lovely. Please do. New app, but without the TikTok politics. Hey, that sounds nice, because that is honestly the other reason I don't like the whole China spying on me thing. That still kind of freaks me out. I'll keep chatting with you guys, but I just want to wrap up the tutorial for anyone who is painting along, because that was the last step there. I know I took a little bit of a pause there, but I'll just let you know that was officially the last step. So if you haven't already, I would sign your painting. I'm going to use yellow so it kind of hides with the fireflies there. Whee! And now it's officially done. So thank you, anyone who painted along with me. As usual, I'd love to see photos because being on Twitch and just online streaming means I can't see your lovely paintings that you made. So here's a little information about where you can post some lovely photos of what you created today. Even if it's like, this was inspiring something, it doesn't need to be the exact same thing, obviously. I'd love to see whatever you created tonight with me. So yeah, there are some links there. Usually the Facebook. The Facebook, go to the Facebook. The Facebook event page is what I meant to say, is usually the most popular place to post. So if you go to that link, that's the event, kind of the event section, and then you'll need to find the specific event page, which I'm just opening up right now to post on if you're interested. Otherwise, Discord is a great spot in the art share category. I've seen people tag me on Instagram and Twitter, so that's great too. So wherever you're most comfortable posting, I'd love to see your paintings. Thank you so much. There we go, opening up the event page right now. For those who are watching along and wondering if they can kind of rewatch this video, yes you can. You can watch it instantly right here on Twitch. You need to click my username and then click the videos tab, and then you can click this video as it's running right now or after I go offline. Otherwise, YouTube is fantastic. YouTube is where I have all of my other tutorials posted, minus a couple which I'm still working on, but this one will as well join that collection of tutorials, so you can look forward to that if you'd rather YouTube. It's a little bit easier of a platform to use, and again, it has them all right there with yeah, all right there together, so it's a good spot to check out is my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you want to be notified when I post. And next tutorial, in case anyone's wondering, is going to be next Saturday. I know I usually do Fridays, but I was just talking earlier about how I have a couple private events booked on some upcoming Fridays, so we're going to do this real cute bunny rabbit painting. I know it's not Easter, and Easter was a couple weeks ago, but bunnies are still cute and springtime, so I did a little bunny with some daisies. So I'll be doing that on Saturday at 2 p.m. I'm going to triple check that before I say it one more time, but I believe it is Saturday 2 p.m. EST. Again, abnormal, it's not on a Friday. Let me see, let me see. It's in the early afternoon either way. 2 p.m. is correct. Good. So yeah, you can join me for next Saturday at 2 p.m. Not tomorrow Saturday, a week and a day Saturday. If you want to see more of me, I'll be on Twitch many times before then. I'm on Twitch. Tomorrow is the earliest. I'll be doing a Bob Ross paint along. I'm painting along with a specific episode of The Joy of Painting. I think it's season 10, episode 4 or something like that. And I'm doing it in acrylics, so you can kind of watch me struggle through the acrylic process while he uses oils. It was a fun time last time. I expect it'll be just as fun this time, so you're welcome to join me and try it yourself as well, or just kind of watch me as I chaotically struggle through it. It's always a fun time though, honestly, so again, that's tomorrow at 11 EST. I'll probably start around 11:30, honestly. I'll be online by 11, starting at 11:30. So that's when I'm on next, and then I'm sure I'll be on many times next week, probably like Monday, Tuesday, who knows, but definitely Saturday. I don't know about Friday because of the private event. As usual, schedules are always posted. You can see on Twitch and in Discord and on Facebook. I'll post all my schedules before next week. Cool. So yeah, if anyone's leaving because of the tutorial being all done, thank you again for coming. Again, being here is like the biggest thing you can do. There's a lot of extras you can do, which you can kind of see in the sidebar right there, but those are all extras in terms of tips, subscribing, things like that. Just being here live is so helpful, so I really appreciate you coming in, even if it was just to hang out and stuff. So thank you so much if you gotta go. But yeah, I'm gonna sit here and chat for a little while longer just to see what everyone's up to, because it's been a few days since I've been online here. But yeah, I'll see you next time if you gotta go. Thank you again. Thank you again.